Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this, We Have Heard a Voice of Trembling and Not of Peace. You know, we're in a time of war. And, Jacob's trouble is approaching. I look around, and especially, at work all this week. I know, they got this so-called pagan holiday, Easter. And I just heard a lot of, I heard a lot of, planning and a lot of mirth. They just had the little college basketball championship or tournament. Now you got the NBA playoffs. Now you got the NFL draft. I went to Walmart the other day. Jake, young Jake out there passing out comedy concert tour or promoting something like that. And then, they got all these music, so-called musical or music concerts coming up in May and June, the summer. And, I heard, that's all I heard this week is, at work. And that's what kind of triggered this too, is, people planning to go, here in June and at the end of June. And, I'm going there in August. And, my brother's friend or brother's sister's getting married, at the end of July. And, just a whole lot of, I've already booked my tickets and I already booked, I booked this and did that. I got to get my such and such, just a whole lot of mirth. And ain't nothing wrong with, doing something with your family, but to be excessive and to just, plan here and plan this and I'm going there, and that you're just, and you're not into the Lord. You're not thinking about the Lord. You're not understanding the times right now. Because somebody that's into the Lord right now, they understand the times right now. This ain't the time to be trying to travel from place to place, trying to go to the Caribbeans and, go on one of those cruises. And, it's okay to treat yourself, but to be planning like you're just, this ain't the time right now. An explosion or some type of terrorist attack can happen at any time. But this is the time of war. This is the time of famine that we're coming into, pestilence. And speaking of pestilence, I was just reading a little bit ago. Matter of fact, I'm not going to read the whole article, but that they're talking about that Fauci. Fauci was saying, here we go again. That Omicron, that BA2 variant. What did Fauci said? It said the U.S. could see the return of the COVID restrictions if cases go up again. You see? And that Maricron, that B2A variant, that's what they talking about, and he talking about in the fall. It says, voice of doom. Dr. Fauci warns U.S. could face more COVID lockdowns as he admits latest variant set to hit U.S. See? He said we just can't say we're done. I'm not gonna go into the whole article. I'm not. I just I was looking at that, and this second lockdown is gonna be serious. And the Lord said the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the Lord's gonna come in like a thief in the night, man. We don't know when the Lord's gonna come, but he's gonna show his hand. With that latest lockdown that we had before the first one, that came out of kind of nowhere, and that was a test. And see, everybody's just went back to sleep. So I want to go into like I said, you got all this stuff that they got going on, these upcoming events and stuff. This is the time to be into the Lord, because this time around, it's gonna get physical. You know, that first one was just a test. You're supposed to be getting your mind right. You're building your faith in the Lord, reading your Bible and doing thus said the Lord right now, because it's about to get serious coming into these next few months. Out west here, Lord willing, I don't want Ratazah. I'm gonna try to do a lesson on that, as far as I want to go to, Lord willing, I'm able to go to one of the big lakes out here where I'm at in Northern California, and it's completely dried up. I've been, where I grew up, that lake has been it's been filled since I can remember. It's never dried up and looked like that, never. But this is what we're coming into. They're telling you it's a drought, you know, supplies, lack of supplies and food. It's and the crime is going up. But I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 30:7, and it reads, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And who is Jacob? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That's Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. And with the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians make up, that is the 12 sons. You have the northern tribe and you have the southern tribe. The southern tribe is the Negro tribe, and the northern tribe is the Latino, Native American, Indian tribes. But a good majority, handful of tribes are right here in the Americas. They're right here, but we're scattered into all four corners of the world, into all nations: Europe, Japan, Asia and Africa and Russia and Germany, and back all the way around. We're scattered, but the good majority, the good bulk of Israel is right here in the Americas. But the north, it also says, I'm gonna come back to that. We'll go to Jeremiah 50. We'll go to Jeremiah 50 and 33. And it reads, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together." You see? Thus said the Lord Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI, power of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah. You see, Judah is for Jews. For they gave us that. For the Jews are the Negro tribes, the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And the children of Judah, the children of Israel, and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. You see? And here we are, scattered, but the good bulk is right here in Americas. If you look around in the Americas, especially right here in America, the states, and you look around from east to west to north to south, right here in the states, America, you know who's scattered into all these vadios and ghettos and cracks and holes in the ground. You know who's oppressed right here in the states? It's Israel and Judah. It's the northern tribe and the southern tribe that is here oppressed. All in the ghettos, all in the vadios, oppressed, going to the worst schools, being imprisoned. You look in the prison system, it's the northern tribes and the southern tribes that make up most of the prison system. Without a question. But we're scattered into all nations, but a good majority is right here in the states of America. We're oppressed all across the world. Oppressed. But we're being oppressed together, the Negroes and the northern tribe and the southern tribe. We're being oppressed together. Without a question. You got a lot of the northern tribe that work out there in them fields and getting paid crumbs. Getting harassed by the police, getting gunned down, discriminated against. Being made maids and servants. You can't enjoy your children because you got a slave all day. But like it says in Jeremiah 30 and 7, it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And who shall be saved out of it? The elect of Israel, out of Jacob. See, that's why it's called Jacob's trouble, because it's for Jacob. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That's what this time is coming for. He just said there that alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. This is the time that we're coming into. The days of going to your high school football games, or the days of going to your daughter's basketball, high school or junior high basketball game, or sitting there throwing barbecues in your backyard and your cousins and aunties and uncles and friends and D and Bubba, and I mean you got all these different people coming to kick it and hang out and grabbing 12 pack or having some wine, or them days are coming to an end. Going to the club and hanging out, traveling this to this spot and going to this club, and them days is coming to an end. This is what the Lord is talking about. And people, they're completely unaware of this, man. They're stuck in they're stuck in mirth. I just read to you what that Fauci said. You know that second lockdown is coming. See, that first one was just a test, and they've been in Esau. He been keeping it also said in that article too, as far as like they've been keeping the numbers on, this amount of people is working, 64% people are going with their families and friends and going to such and such, and 13% are doing this. Esau's keeping numbers on this. What they call him, Dr. Doom. This is what's coming. And in the midst of that, with that Jacob's trouble is coming out more is that charagma, that CHIP. They're going to try to implant you. They're going to try to put that technology in you. You had a lot of people within these past few years and even in the past, mocking the apostles at Great Millstone and the elders, mocking them and saying, it ain't no such thing as no technology mark, or sleeping with a white woman is the mark, and some old crazy bugged out stuff. Now it's clearly here. The like Apostle Tahar said, the evidence is overwhelming. For sure, it's overwhelming. That mark is here. It's that CHIP, and they're not going to force you to. They're going to ask you to, and then once you submit, just like they were trying, in a way trying to force you to get. It wasn't physical. They're not physically going to force you to. You know, uh, but just like with that juice, that jump shot, they made people pretty much make a choice, and that's the same thing with this CHIP, that charagma, that technology. You're gonna have a choice. Otherwise, you're gonna be cast out. These are hard times that we're coming into. That Jacob's trouble, and I want to go to let me go to them days of hanging out and um, hanging out all night, going to your boy's house or to your girl's house and drinking and smoking, because that's what a lot of Babylonians do, and ultimately Jake likes to do that. Go hang out over Ron house, and hang out and smoke and watch the game and the playoffs, and call up that broad, call up that girl, and you also have Letty or Keisha, want to go over to Sonia's house, and get ready to go to the club or go shop till you drop and, dress up and look all pretty. Them days is coming to an end. That Jacob's trouble, the Lord's going to unleash Esau. It's just going to be a bunch of chaos that's coming. All these stores that you're able to go into, with these supplies running low and a famine brewing, and you also have the World War III brewing. I just said a couple videos ago, the power, the energy. There's an energy there. That's what they're saying. It's an energy crisis. But the technology Esau got, we don't need you got on some, they got these solar panels and different, technology where you don't even need a switch. You can just walk in the room and it just light up. You don't, they have the technology and the devices, they don't need the power like that. But them days is coming to an end. I want to go to Isaiah. We'll go to Isaiah. Isaiah, matter of fact, we'll go to Isaiah 13 and 9. We'll go to that first. Isaiah 13 and 9. And it reads, it says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel." It ain't going to be nice, man. Because you're also going to have a civil war going on. You're going to have the military drawn in here, and they're going to have different devices. Wicked devices to kill you jakes. And then you have those hate groups that don't like you jakes, and they've been practicing and planning war tactics, and on top of that, that's Esau. Esau's gonna let those hate groups, those neo-Nazis, and other white supremacist groups, run rampant and take you jakes out. And 2/3 of you ain't gonna make it. This is the terror. This is part of the terrifying sword of the Lord. There's many swords of the Lord. See, it ain't gonna be nice in that time. See, we're going into a time like no other. There's not gonna be a time like this. No time, never. No, he said no. There's no other day like it. See, when the Lord YAHAWAHSHI comes back, he's going to destroy this place, Babylon, in 1 hour. 1 hour. This is what it says. But Jacob's trouble is going to be an ongoing process for a handful of years. The 7-year tribulation. The tribulation period. 7.5. Quote me if I'm wrong, roughly paraphrasing it. 7.5 years of tribulation. And they are gonna try to exterminate you jakes. The Lord he's gonna let Esau and them, he gonna let the enemy and them have their way with you jakes. That's why I said that time of going and hanging out with Juju and E Nasty and, you know, Sonia and Letty, and, you know, them days is gonna come to an end, because we're coming into famine, we're coming into a lack of water, and that's some serious stuff. A lack of water, you know, having the time of being able to, you know, have some fresh water. You know, them days is coming to an end. People gonna be out here, you know, white around the mouth, kids starving. There's not a day like this, man, that the Lord, He's telling you. And you women, this is what I want to go into right now. I just read to you, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, with wrath and fierce anger, and He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. The Lord ain't gonna be nice in this time, man. This is why you got to get this knowledge right now, because He's gonna let this go. He gonna bring that terror in, man. He's gonna give you over into the enemy's hand, Esau, and Esau gonna torture your kids, your children. You know, you ravish your wives. You know, because all that too, like I said, those hate groups. But you also have, you know, those foreign soldiers, those UN troops that are coming over here. You know, it's just not the same. It ain't gonna be the same. You just can't pinpoint how it's gonna be. I'm just trying to do the best that I can to break this down to you. But Esau, you know, through the power and the spirit of YAHAWAHSHI, He's going to let Esau off the leash. And they're not going to play with you Jakes, man. They're not going to play with you Jakes. I see on like little different platforms and Facebook and stuff, you know, you know, you got dudes on there going to the gun range and, you know, acting like they finna just, you know, go to a whole country and, you know, battle one army. None of that's gonna save you. One of the devices he gonna do is shut the power off, and you Jakes won't be able to see in the dark. That's gonna be one of the tactics. And see, Esau with that, you know, and some of them malicious groups that they got, you know, that night vision where, you know, where they can see in the night, and, you know, they got all the devices, man. You know, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. But let me go to Isaiah. Put a little light in, so I can hear. Ah, there we go. A little dark in here. Salakia, Akim. Where was I at? Isaiah 32. I'm just going to close out with this. Isaiah 32. Isaiah 32 and 7. And it reads, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. And like I told you, they have devices. They have many different devices that you Jakes can't, you don't, you don't have the you don't have that technology, because that's not your blessing. This is Esau's blessing. These different devices, from the guns to the computer technology to the bombs and um, just all the different the devices that he has. Those little drones. You have insect drones that is probably no bigger than your fingernail. And they can somehow shoot. These little drones. He has all that. That's his blessing. Was the sword, and that's the Lord's left hand, is that sword. And he's going to use that sword to take 2/3 of you Jakes out, because you don't want to listen. You won't listen. This is why we're prophesying day and night, and Esau's ready to do away with this internet. And ultimately it's the Lord, because when the Lord says it's time, all this gonna come down. This internet gonna come down. He's just gonna release the hounds. Esau gonna send the military dogs and police dogs. They just gonna unleash all. It's gonna be just nothing but terror. Taking you Jake women and Jake men out, arresting you and throwing you in these different detention centers, ultimately killing you and your kids, raping your daughters and raping your wives. And Esau gets down with both, so men and women. You got cannibalism. You're going to have floods, earthquakes. It's just a terrible time. The Lord he's warning you. There is no day like it. Jacob's trouble. And this is for Jacob. Eight. Oh, we'll skip down to 9. 9. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. You see? And there's too many careless daughters in this world, and ultimately here too in Babylon. You American women are just careless, man. Careless. You don't care. You don't want to clean up. You don't want to take care of your kids. You don't want to cook. You don't want to be obedient. You don't want to get an order. The back talk. Just completely disrespectful to your man. Hit your man, putting your hands on your man, or thinking you're bigger and bolder than a man and trying to tell a man what to do. See, all that's going in that Jacob's trouble, all that's going to be turned down. That's why the Lord said, rise up, rise up, ye women that are at ease. And there's too many women that are at ease. Dressing up, going shopping 24/7, ordering food and 24/7, and trying to go to trying to get the next dude, and I'm independent, and you can't tell me what to do, and just you're too at ease, ready to come home, watch a TV show, turn on this and get on Facebook, get on Instagram. All that's finna be, the Lord's finna take all this away. That's why he's telling you, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice. And through the power and the spirit of the apostles and elders and prophets on down at Great Millstone, that's the Lord's voice. That's his voice. They're telling you these scriptures. That's the Lord's voice. Hear ye you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. You know, all that stuff that you've been used to, you know, able to go get some food 24/7 and go to this place, go to that place, just freely. You know how the women do it, just freely. All into the drama and love and hip hop and the latest, girls movie, and just totally gone, Babyloned out, trying to get another tattoo and go party here and there, and because that's what they want to do. The women want to party. Many 10. Salakia. 11. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you. The Lord's going to strip you. He's going to strip you from all the things that you love. He's going to strip you. Ain't going to be no more putting on makeup. Ain't gonna be going on there taking 2 or 3 showers a day and get ready to go to the beach or go to the mall or go to the movies and hang out with such and such and walk around and flaunt your and dressing all provocative and just completely careless, disrespecting men and all, just your attitude, your whole everything. And the Lord's gonna strip you completely bare. Trying to go buy some new pair of shoes. Putting on all that makeup, dressing provocative, going out. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to go out, have some, food or take your kids, but the way they do it, they just completely overdo it. Dress all up and want to get attention and dressing provocative and talking to this dude and that dude. Them days is coming to an end. Tremble, ye women. Tremble. That's what the Lord is saying. Tremble, ye women. The Lord gonna instill pure fear, because in that time of Jacob's trouble, men they're gonna have their way with you women. And if you don't got a man of the Lord, you are finished. You ain't gonna be able to call the police in that time of Jacob's trouble. You got some crooked and wicked men out here. And they're tired of you, a lot of you women's BS. They're tired of it. You women are going to learn. The Lord is telling you, tremble ye women. You better hearken unto the word. That are at ease, be troubled, because that's what's coming, trouble. And you can already see it too. That they're people, crime, different crimes are going towards women. I just seen on the news a couple of days ago, a dude came and attacked this girl while she was walking in the street in broad daylight and try to rape her. I mean, in broad daylight. It couldn't have been no more than 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Traffic everywhere. Complete broad daylight. The dude, she was walking and he was following her, and I guess somebody it was one of them, areas where a lot of people are, and somebody had a camera out and they recorded it. and he was sitting there trying to. He was about to rape her, but then somebody came. A couple people came out of their car or down the street, and the dude took off and ran. This is what it's finna come to, man. I think not too long ago, too, out there in New York City on the train or Philadelphia, right in front of the people, the girl got raped right in front of a train full of people on the train. The Lord is going to give you women over into some barbaric, evil men. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Call Allah YAHAWAHSHI YAHAWAHSHI. The Lord is going to act. He's bringing that sword through. He's bringing that sword through. So you women, you better get in order. But ultimately, you Jakes, man, y'all gonna learn, because this Jacob's trouble is fastly approaching, and it's strictly for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You Jakes. But ultimately, the elect is going to be delivered out of this. They're going to be delivered. Those are the ones that have been doing the work of the Lord, have humbled themselves, and sighing and crying, praying, fasting, and weeping uh, as much as they can, and trying to serve the Lord and calling on the name Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI, knowing that they're Israel, and have humbled themselves and has stopped doing wickedness and has came out of this world mentally and spiritually, and being patient and enduring and waiting on the Lord to deliver us. So, this is coming. This is coming. I might just label this Jacob's trouble, because this is ultimately, in this Jacob's trouble, is just the worst you can possibly think of, man. No food, no water. You got to deal with all type of different devices that Esau gonna have set up, uh, and these different hate groups, and you know, natural disasters, animals running loose. You know, I mean, it's just like the Lord said, running from a lion. What roughly paraphrasing it, running from a lion, escaping the bear, and then going in the house and finally I made it, and put your hand on the wall and get bit by the serpent, by a snake. You just can't escape. There's nowhere to go. And you women are gonna be terrified. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be tired of these men, because they're not gonna have no pity on you women in that day. They're not gonna have no pity on you women. The Lord's gonna take. Ain't gonna be no more putting on makeup and dressing up and smelling good. None of that. He's gonna take all that away. He said, "I'm gonna strip you and make you bare." So, this is what's coming. So all that planning ahead, trying to do this next year, and this could be any day now. And Dr. Doom Fauci, he just told you in an article, get prepared for that second lockdown, man. It's coming. It's coming, and you Babylonians, and they're not gonna take that, because it's gonna bring an uprising against. It's gonna be sedition amongst men. They're not gonna regard their kings. They're gonna go against what the government say, because all Esau and these different militant or malicious groups, they're not going for it. They're not going for another lockdown. They're not going to do it. And they see that with this stuff that their president is doing and a bunch of BS that they're saying, it's just they're not going to go for it. They're not going to go for it. They already said it. And if you look around too, the statistics and the like ammunition and all that stuff is running low. Not running low, but they, Joey B and them then took all that stuff. They already know in that time, people trying to stock up because they're aware on what's coming. Esau, no. You Jakes, some of you Jakes, you're so unaware. You're so unaware. And then you have Bill Gates too, buying up all this farmland. I mean, it's only obvious on what's coming. But ultimately they're going to bring that CHIP through, and people gonna have a choice to make, because that Joey B, he just they're trying to pass that law to make everybody a mandate for them test all employees. And when that goes through, that's really going to become a problem. But these are all the domino effects that's going to lead to that CHIP, and then ultimately that World War III. So the Lord's gonna take this place from inside and out. So first he's gonna destroy this place inside, and he's gonna put the spirit on the people here in Babylon to just act up. And in the midst of that, the elect will be able. He's gonna put the spirit on the elect to endure and to do his work and be patient and get ready for his comeback, man. But he said the elect shall scarcely make it. So we gonna have the elect is gonna have to go through some stuff. So, just get prepared. Prepare yourself spiritually. All that trying to prep, okay, it's cool to get you some supplies and some stuff, but we're coming into that time to where people are gonna break in your home. And they're going to take, if you got 25 people and they have guns and stuff, and it's just you, your daughter, or you and your wife, and you guys are your two sons, you're not going to be able to take on those 25 people. You're not going to be able to do it. I don't care how many guns you got. If they got more people and more guns, and you got less guns and less people, who going to win? Unless you're just you guys are all trained into, unless you can do it. But it's just going to be the Lord, like he just said, the day of the Lord is cruel. It's cruel. So, but without him, you're just finished. There's no way to do it. There's nowhere to go. If you escape this, the famine and that tribulation, you're going to get hit with those missiles. You will not escape those missiles, those ICBM missiles. That's where that comes into where running, escaping the lion and running from the bear, and then going in the house and and then getting bit by that snake. That's what that ultimately runs into. Because you're gonna have all these different things go on, and then last ultimately to the nail in the coffin, to just burn everything down. Nothing will escape. He said, the Lord said, I will bring evil upon you, which ye shall not be able to escape. You will not be able to escape those missiles. I don't care how many bunkers you got, how many mountain houses you think that you got. You will not be able to escape them ICBM missiles. Because, like he said, the earth shall rock back and forth like a drunkard. He's going to melt Babylon down in 1 hour. Call halal Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. So I wanted to go in that. I'll just label this Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble, because this is what to look forward for. Jacob's trouble, and it's for you, Jakes. So, prepare spiritually, and that's it. Prepare spiritually. Put your little food away that you can, because ain't no telling. You're gonna lose everything. You're gonna lose your home. You're gonna lose your car. You possibly gonna lose your family. Be prepared to lose everything. Be prepared to lose it all. But you know what? If you're part of the elect, the Lord, He's going to. There's a prize for this that He's gonna give you, and that's everlasting life and everlasting peace, and to live and you talk about real prosperity, real in righteousness and rulership. So, be prepared to lose everything on this side. But Jacob's trouble is coming. So, but with that, hopefully you were edified. I don't want Ratazah come back with another lesson, but I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah Quadash. Shalom, Israel.